Okay, well, good morning, class. I'm sorry I can't be there, but I've been out sick and I'm still not feeling very well. I did want to show you a few things about the meal paragraph because I would like you to finish your draft today. So the first thing I'm going to look at is the question, and I'm going to make sure that I really understand what I'm being asked to write about, so that I can really understand that and not waste time on something that I'm not supposed to answer. So, what kind of the character is the narrator in The Telltale Heart? How does the author reveal the personality or characteristics of him as a Gothic character? So, I think what I'm being asked to describe, to explain in my paragraph is how does the narrator um, show these characteristics of a Gothic character? Like, how is he sort of this almost this perfect Gothic character, so to speak? And so, one of the things, this should be a review in your notes about the characteristics of Gothic literature. We talked about three things with the character, um, and so I think the character definitely shows. I mean, you could argue he shows all three of these things. So I'm going to probably pick, if there's one that really stands out to me. Um, Maybe it's this one. Maybe it's his madness. Maybe it's two things that stand out to me. I'm going to really pick the one or two things that I really think this narrator displays, and I'm going to explain that very clearly. So I'm going to go down real quick. I'm going to skip some of this just because I want to get right to my draft, but I can go back and look at some of this if I need to. But as you can see, I've gone on my draft section. I've written the MEAEAL off to the side just because that helps me make sure I do each part. Now, what I'm going to do first, before I think about evidence or analysis or any of that, I'm going to define my main idea, because once I do that, I can really find evidence that relates to that main idea. So I'm going to just take a stab at the narrator of The Telltale Heart um, displays the Gothic um, characteristics of being a character who incites fear and is trapped mentally. Okay, so this is a start. All right, I've mentioned the narrator. I feel like I've displayed, or I've answered clearly which are the two characteristics he displays. And again, I might say he's trapped mentally. Like, what if I said, for example, you know, above all, the narrator of The Telltale Heart displays the Gothic characteristic of being a character who is trapped mentally. Okay, if I really want to only talk about how I think he's crazy, then go for it. Okay, so then once I've done that, I get my two pieces of evidence, and then I go and I analyze. And again, make sure you talk about the evidence in your analysis and what you think about it. Okay, so that's all for now. Please draft your meal paragraph, and hopefully, I'll see you tomorrow on Friday.